Welcome to another edition of Interruptions. I'm your host, Otis Smith. Today I got a treat. I got my little boy, I got my little brothers here. First, there was the Temptations. Then there was New Edition. And before Silk Sonic, what y'all need to know, there was and there still is Jagged Edge. I got one half of the group. I got my people. I always tell people, if you want to win, you got to go dark skin. So I got my little brother Richard Wingo, and I got my little brother Kyle Norman. What's up,
What's
fellas?
happening?
Yo, interruptions, baby.
Family?
What's good?
Hey, man. Yeah, man. I came up with that thing when I had Will Downing on, man. We say, you want to win, you got to go dark skin.
I love it. I love it. It should be in the Bible.
It should be.
I think it's in there. I think it was just before he said, let there be light.
You find it.
Hey, I think it's right before he said, let there be light. I think it was right there.
That's it. Sounds beautiful.
That was up, man.
Hey, my first question for you guys is, when did you guys feel like Jagged Edge had took off? I know when I noticed it, but when did you guys feel like, by you guys being in the group, that y'all was like, oh, we gone now, we on our way now?
When that bread started coming, I'm just
I know that, right? When one started like two.
We put in a lot of work earlier today. Man, we did a lot of free shows, a lot of promo stuff. And we were just trying to, kind of find our way. You know what I mean? And like I said, once that bread started coming in for them shows, and like I said, at one point we were doing a lot of free shows, like a lot of promo shows.
Okay.
When we started getting paid for promo shows, oh yeah, it was like, oh, okay. All right, they do that too. they pay for promotion too now. I mean, but you know what I'm saying? Like you have to get your way to that. You know what I mean? There's levels in it. You can't start up from the ground up as a new artist and think, you know what I'm saying, you're gonna, get every bell and whistle. No, it's not gonna happen. You know what I mean?
Right.
What was it like for you, Kyle?
Oh man, at first, when we first started, our first song was The Way You Talk. And that was
my joint.
That was Jermaine Dupri, the Brat, and I don't know, how the terms of industry talk it changes, it varies, but back then they called it a no-brainer. Right. When you have a top artist on your single, right. you already arrived. Well, that didn't happen for us. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, absolutely.
And, we had two heavy hitters, and the song didn't do anything. I'm not gonna say it was the worst song we had put out, but it wasn't the strongest. So I was like, oh my God, we got Jermaine Dupri, we got the Brat. I mean, what can we do this? And believe it or not, Jagged Edge stood on their own when we did Gotta Be. And that's the song without Jermaine Dupri or the Brat on. You know what I'm saying? So we stood on our own, 4 men with a 4-man vision, and we pulled it off. At first, it took off kind of slow, but God is so good, man. He is so good. We said this prayer, and once we said this prayer, it turned around. And if God is for us, who can be against us?
Absolutely.
I told Richard last time he was on, when you guys did that first single with Jermaine and the Brat. And I was so proud of you guys, because I remember when y'all was on the original Arsenio Hall show.
Absolutely.
Not the comeback show.
Not the comeback.
Y'all was on the original show.
With that
Don't call the comeback.
And I think who birthday was it? Was it Jermaine? Was it the Brat?
JD,
yeah.
Sure was.
Yeah, you got a good memory, boy.
Why? Hey, look here. I'm gonna show you how mad I was. So y'all performing, y'all doing y'all thing. And I think the Brat put the cake in his face. And I was sitting there like, oh, you gonna do that on my boy's performance? Oh, hell no. I was like, hold up. Didn't nobody do you when you were doing your performance. So
I feel you. That's
y'all took it in stride and y'all was doing your thing. And then Kyle, I told Richard, when I got married, the song we played after we said I do was Gotta Be.
Oh, that's dope.
Wow.
Yeah.
Dope.
So that was that was the joy. Now I knew y'all was gone. I'm gonna tell you how I knew y'all was gone, Kyle.
Gone.
When where the party at, y'all was gone. Y'all was gone, bro.
Y'all was gone.
Y'all was gone.
Y'all was gone.
I used to be able to call mom and be like, yo, Richard at the house. And she was like, yeah, hold on. And
he downstairs.
Yeah, he downstairs. Cause what happened, Cal, was my wife and my son didn't believe I knew Richard. So when I saw y'all video, I said, oh, that's my boys there. I know them back in the day. I said, Cal was at New Birth. We was at Elizabeth. I said, they're my little brother. You don't know nobody. I said, hold on.
Oh, you don't know nobody.
Hey, when kids do that, but you got to go prove it.
Well, you got
Hey, Kyle, when he got over there, he was so starstruck. And then, Kyle, I think I messed up by taking my wife over there because you know how rich it is. Yeah. So she looking at his closet and looking at, like, ain't no space in between his clothes. Like,
none.
Just clean to the whistle. And so she was like, why you ain't like that? I said, I'm not rich.
My name ain't Rich.
My name ain't Rich. My name ain't Rich. I told her, don't start that. Don't start that.
Hey, I'm trying to tell you.
Funny. That is too funny.
That guy there, man, right clean to the tip to the top.
But to the top, boy.
And that Virgo in me, man.
Yeah. I'm Virgo, but it ain't in me. I'm a Virgo.
That neat freak.
Because Kyle, Richard and our birthday are in the same week.
Wow.
See, I'm on the 7th.
Right. And you're on the 5th, right, Dan? When are you?
Third.
The third.
Yeah. Hey, look, though. For all our listeners and everybody who's tuning in, this man know me when he called me Richard. You hear me? That man ain't said Wingo one time.
Now, not Dean, not Wingo, not Blackie.
Richard.
Hey.
The gumbo.
Hold on. Before I get to the next question, Kyle, look, when somebody have grew up, and I'm sure you went through this too, right? So when somebody grow up and you see them, and he had, like, I forgot what he had. He had a bottle or something. This before he got married. He had a bottle or something. And I'm looking at him like, what you doing with that? And then I had to think, like, oh, he grown. What? I'm still thinking. Yeah, I'm still thinking. I'm still thinking he that. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm still thinking he that young cat that was following me, back in the day, and I'm like, nah, man.
Yeah, you thought you was on chaperone mode.
Yeah. I'm like, this boy grown.
What are you doing with that? Give me that ball.
Actually, that's probably what it was, Kyle. I wanted the bottle. That's probably what it was.
That's my ball. You ain't never gonna be grown enough to drink around that ball.
Hey, I probably didn't know how to ask for it.
You don't know how to drink.
Yeah.
What did
what's up?
What did y'all feel? How did y'all feel when y'all was in the group together? Because, you look at, you guys are in this group, but you guys had already knew each other from our days in the choir. Now, y'all, they can sing, y'all. I was just in the back. They can sing. Kyle and Richard can sing. Kyle and Wingo can sing. I was just in the back.
Hey, Otis is the same bass now. Y'all know now. Otis had that bass back there locked down now.
Now, if y'all ever need somebody to talk something on the record, I can come in and give you something now.
There you go. Stay in your lane,
Stay in your lane. So how was that for y'all to, have already knew each other, saw each other, as in the church circus, and we visiting New Birth, you visiting Elizabeth, and then y'all like, bam, man, we doing this music thing together. How was that like for y'all?
I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like, I think that's kind of why, we're still here today. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Because of that bond. You know what I mean? Like, me and Cal, like, a lot of people don't know, Cal asked me to be a part of the group when I was in like 11th grade, 11th, 12th grade or whatever. And I actually had to respectfully decline because like me trying to graduate and having to drive all the way to the east side to rehearse and do all this stuff, I probably wouldn't have graduated. You know what I'm saying? You have to give, if you're going to be a part of something, you got to you got to be there 100%. You know what I mean? And I couldn't give my 100%. So I honestly was honest with him at that time, you know what I'm saying? Let him know that I couldn't do it. And you know, the God works in mysterious ways, man. Everything came back full circle. You see what I'm saying? After I graduated, I didn't have any more obligations. You know what I'm saying? You know, and it was on and popping from there. So you know, we were reintroduced by another friend, a friend of mine or whatever. And you know, again, that's just how God works. You know what I mean? If it's meant, it's going flourish. You know what I mean?
No doubt.
And to add to what Wingo is saying, you know, if I could go back and change the hands of time, I wouldn't. If I could go back and say that, I would want this group member and all this. I mean, we had our tough times and we had our greatest of times. But the thing is, like Wingo said, when God gave me this vision of me being in a group. And I just saw after that vision, but I knew that I didn't want to be in a group with hoods.
Right.
I didn't want to be in a group with somebody who did not know the Lord as a personal savior, for real. Real talk.
Absolutely.
I grew up in an environment to where rap was strong, you know, drugs were strong, and I seen how cats handle situations.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? And I also been around good environment to where cats hugged it out. Instead of slugging it out, they hugged it out. They talked about it. So I knew with these guys, Brandon Bryan, they was in the church, they dressed, they was hip. They're my type of guys. Wingo in the church, dressed, hip, my type of guy. So it was just automatic, man. When they said, yo, let's do it, it was like, God made us, we ordered his steps and we just put them shoes on and walked in it. And guess what? We still here today. All original. We can't stand each other. But God is so good, he gave us he gave us the power of prayer.
He said, peace be still. No, but that's real. Like I said, man, that's just kind of why we're still here, man. You know, we all share the same dream. You know what I mean? And ultimately, you know, we ain't number 4 church boys, man. You know what I'm saying? That's all we are, bro. To share the same dream. You know what I mean? And you know, nothing is bigger than this group. You know what I mean? Like all 4 of us aspire to do stuff we want to do outside of the group and all that. That's cool, all right. Do it on your own time. But when it comes to the group, there's no one member bigger than Jagged Edge. You know what I mean? And that's why we're still here 20 years later, and hopefully we'll be here 40 years. You know what I mean? Like we're gonna ride this thing all the way out, man. We just shot two videos the other night for our new album. We're about to put out our 11th album.
11th that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about.
You see what I'm saying?
That's what I'm talking about.
11 albums, man, and that ain't nothing like, you know what I mean? Like that, you know, that's, you know, that's something to be spoken for. You know what I'm saying? That's something like, you know, that's an accomplishment. You know what I mean? Like what you do independent.
I mean, for real. Like, wow,
that's an accomplishment. And
that's,
you know,
that's strong, man.
Yeah. So I don't mind, you know, whatever bragging on it or boasting about it, because ultimately I'm gonna celebrate my accomplishment. Period. I work too hard not to. You know what I mean?
That's right.
You know, I try to be humble as I can, the whole 9 and all that, man. But at the end of the day, bro, 11 hours.
Hey man, let me tell you why I've always rocked with y'all, and it's not so much just because I know y'all, but also I like the fact that no matter what y'all go through as a group, right? Y'all still stay brothers. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of people let stuff tear them up and start letting people whisper, get into people's ears. And when you young and you guys come in, you know, the industry as young as y'all did, of course that happens and stuff. But y'all were able to come on the other side and mature as men. I tell people all the time, I said, you know what? We never got to see Pac get to the other side and mature. We only know for that short span.
Absolutely.
I remember when I was man, Richard T. boy, back, woo, boy, back in the day. Oh
Hey,
my
you got to
God.
say, yeah. See, when I first got in Young Voices, they were, again, just like you said, they were like I was following the older OGs, you know what I'm saying, the older guys. You know what I mean? And they were, boy, they used to put on. Like,
Yeah.
I ain't gonna put all your business. I ain't gonna put all their business out there.
No, it's good, man.
I mean, it's just, you know what I mean? Like, you know, being at a young age, they be telling me stories of how they went on a trip and had the whole bathtub filled up with beer and liquor and stuff. And you know what I mean? Like, again, but I mean, come on, man. I'm 13. I'm 12, 13.
Yeah, your nose all open. Like, I want to party.
Hey, Kyle, we in Mississippi. We supposed to be singing. And we start bootlegging beer. We are there calling like, hey dog, we got this, we got that.
Come on.
Then we fooled around and somebody told us to come and sing at this church called Newburgh. And they said, hey man, it's 5-1. We were like, what? 5-1? Uh-oh. We'll be down there. All right, we coming. Don't even worry about it.
We'll be down there. Hey, listen to him though, Kyle.
Then Kyle, we get there. Hey, Kyle, hold on. Check this out, Kyle. So then we get there, right? We don't even know. You knew because you went there. But then we hear this thing, and, you know, Pop says, hey, it's time to pass the peace. So we sitting there like, pass the peace? What going on? So y'all started giving them hugs.
And somebody.
My boy Bogle jumped up, went all the way on the other side of the church to see the female he wanted to hug.
All in the name of the Lord.
All in the name of the Lord.
My hug over there.
My hug over there.
I understand.
Hey, but it's real though. That's just how close knit we was though, man. Like we spent a lot of, and then it's so crazy because Bishop Alvarado and Byron Cage, they were minister music at Elizabeth and ended up going over to Newburgh to minister music. That's really how I even met them.
Right.
I've seen them in concert and stuff like that.
Correct.
But I never knew them, you know, personally or ever, you know, was ever introduced or anything like that. But being able to go sit in their rehearsals and stuff, oh yeah, on that Saturday morning. I remember
but
Saturday
mornings and
they rehearsed on Saturday, bro. We rehearsed on Tuesday.
Right? They was on Saturday, boy.
Hey, after rehearsal, you all linked up and went out, and you know,
yeah.
But see, that's the beautiful
day. You never knew how your day was gonna turn out, but you knew rehearsal was at 11 o'clock.
But that's the beautiful. That's the beautiful part. How we all grew up was that you went. We still was allowed to be teenagers. You know, just like you said, Cal, you singing for the Lord, you in the choir, but you might have dated somebody in the choir, whatever. You still nobody was trying to make you older than what you were at that time.
Absolutely.
That was the most beautiful part about that time, man. And you guys have already done it because my next question actually was talk to me about you guys being in church. So we just did that.
I mean, hey, man, let me tell you something. Hey, but there was some of the best days of my life. I really, really do miss it. Like I was telling Deborah and Tam, like one day, hopefully, if I'm ever, God bless me with the time to do it, I would like to start another choir. Like again, I just miss those days. Kyle used to direct the choir over there. You know what I'm saying? Like I was infatuated with directors and all that. Like just because you had to be on your game. You know what I mean? You had to be on your game, boy, because them directors weren't playing.
Yeah, Byron wasn't playing. Byron wasn't playing.
Deborah Crockett wasn't playing.
Yeah, Byron and Deborah Crockett wasn't playing.
I was at my mother's house for Mother's Day.
Okay.
And my mom directed the choir, my sister directed the choir, praise and worship, over at Newburgh.
Yeah.
And what's crazy, she said, the fact that we putting up Byron and Jay, she was like, boy, our department was so strong.
Yeah, it was.
Where I know how Byron used to go down and be like, okay, somebody's off. So he'll go to 6 people. And he'd be like, I start. Ta-ta-ta, I stop. Y'all 4. Ta-ta-ta, y'all 3. Ta-ta-ta, y'all 2. Ta-ta-ta is you.
Hey, We used to get the same thing, man.
Serious, bro.
It
was serious.
Hey, Kyle. Hey, and you know when somebody was off, and he would notice he would just cut the whole band. Like, all right, hold on, stop playing. All right, y'all three go.
Y'all three
go. All right, you sit down. Y'all, what's up? It's you.
It's you,
boy. But hey, people don't realize back in the day how we used to get that real. I remember a workshop was going on. I know y'all both remember Blessed Maurice Culpepper.
Oh, yes. Definitely, yeah, definitely.
Yes.
And we was we was at a workshop, and somebody asked Maurice Culpepper, said, "Hey, what if the person can't really sing, in the choir? I mean, what do you do?" And he just said, "You just politely let them know that the usher board is calling you." There's
the other callings in the church. You ain't got to be in that choir. You ain't got to, because you lay on singing now. You in the shower.
The Lord wants to use you.
Okay, them
guys
want
to do the same, but he want to use you.
He want to use you, but this just ain't your thing. So yeah, Kyle, back in the day, it was serious.
Hey,
it was serious.
But you know what? Hey, to God be the glory, though. I just thank God. Like, I recently, not so much as I stopped drinking. I tell you something, one of the best decisions, because, as you get older, you want to be a better person.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You don't want to just continue to just live.
Right.
You have to have a purpose in life, and a lot of people, they just live. They're just rich, just buy stuff. But what is your purpose?
What is your purpose?
What did God really call you here for? So since I haven't drank or anything, I respect my group in a whole different way. I took it for granted, and we do so. Jagged Edge has helped me in million of ways, financially, mentally, and all this other stuff. So now I'm taking that platform to let people know that,
absolutely,
you can get caught up, but you have to realize and say to yourself, who am I and where am I?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? What's holding me down and what can pull me forward? And I got three great brothers who make sure they stay on me. And
absolutely,
I love them enough to, I could continue to beat myself up. I could continue to weigh them down with, my issues and my problems. But, man, you pray to God, man, God will show you a better way. God, like, man, I gave you a group, I'll let you travel. What is the problem?
What is the problem? Absolutely, there is none.
There is none. We create our own problems. So, Jagged Edge is an institution for me.
Absolutely.
As well as just a group to where I just get money with and all this other stuff. So,
well, I tell you what, I saw another brother of yours that you jumped on his Facebook Live, and I was so happy to see it because I just interviewed him, and that was Edward Long Jr. I just interviewed, and I was so glad when I saw that. And I said, "Oh man, that's good. That's good." He told me, because I asked him how was it growing up with his brothers, like with Eric and all that.
Right.
And he mentioned you, and it was so funny because he said, "Man," he said I was the little follower. He said I was the little gopher. They had me running around talking about, "Hey, go get her number. Go get it." He said, "I ain't getting nothing spiritual from them. They had me running."
It was a family, man. Like
it was a family. Everybody got jobs.
It was a family, man. But I mean, what was crazy, that New Birth and Elizabeth was just like a brother situation. The girls home with the girls, the guys home with the guys. So we really connected. Because there was other churches out there. You know what I'm saying? But it was just something about, like you say, Jay and Byron pulled in that whole, because we was singing in each other's choir for a minute.
Yeah,
we gonna be over there. I'll jump on that. We'll travel together. So,
because we mirrored each other. We saw each other. We saw each other. We mirrored each other.
Right.
Absolutely.
So, Kyle, this question I had for you: what do you believe is the most misconception that people have of you?
I think the misconception of anyone is that you don't know that person.
Damn.
Yeah.
You don't know anybody. I mean, if you haven't sat down to even to say, what's your birthday and what kind of food you like. You don't know that person. So a lot of times we just sit there and we'll just call it how we see it. And we can be dead to the wrong. And that's something that me and my lady was working on because we had this thing where we like to sit outside and talk about people.
Me too.
You too.
Boy, I snap on you in a minute.
So we just sit out and people watch.
Yeah.
And one day, like I said, when I stopped drinking, I started taking into consideration people's feelings because I don't know that person. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
I don't have a racist bone in my body. Yeah. I don't have a racist, and I'm glad because that's energy to where you can focus on something that you don't know nothing about.
Absolutely.
You don't know nothing about that person.
Absolutely.
That person could be like people have certain things against white people have certain things against black people, but when y'all in the military together, both of y'all are soldiers.
Right.
Y'all watch each other back. So it's like standards to what degree. So the misperception or conception that anybody have of me is that get to know me. I'll probably be your best friend.
I'm telling you.
I know I'm a prayer warrior, so I'll pray with you, I'll cry with you.
Absolutely.
So that's one thing you can know about me, man. I don't have hang-ups. If I don't like your Tuesday, we'll pray about on Thursday. We should be at church on Sunday. That type of guy.
Absolutely.
I love it. I love that, man. I love that, bro. Where do you guys feel like? I would say there's you guys. There's Charlie Wilson, and then of course this new stuff that Bruno Mars and Silk Sonic dropped. Do you guys feel like outside of you guys is more? We need more of that R&B love music. And the reason I'm asking this question is because, and you guys grew up in the same era I grew up in. It's like we all three of us could be in the car together riding, and we might be listening to NWA, Public Enemy, or something. But we knew when we were going to get some female, hey, take that out, take that out, take that out.
Oh, you got to.
Yeah, absolutely.
Or if a female's in the car rocking like that, you're like, whoa, I'm ready to take you back.
Yeah, she a little too rough.
There you go. Thank you. It a little too rough. And so I asked that because it seems like now that some Tupac said years ago that we'll have a race of the babies that will make the babies but hate the ladies. And it seems like one of the things you see it through the music. It's like that's why I'm always waiting on you. Yeah, that's why I'm always waiting on you guys to drop something as well, because speaking, romancing the women, and the guys can learn to cuddle up with your lady, and it's okay to tell her that you love her, you appreciate her.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's one thing that we tried to strive for. We wanted to make a conscious effort. You know what I mean? To for real. It's like we could have came out with the whole R. Kelly, you know what I'm saying, like bump and grind, whatever, and nothing to get like whatever, you know what I'm saying, like the man's music was incredible, you know what I'm saying, but I'm saying like it's really, really easy to tell a woman what you can do to her, or what you're gonna do to her. I mean, like that don't too much take any thought. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? It takes thought to finesse make a woman feel good. You know what I'm saying? Like like move her in another direction. You know what I mean? Romanticize.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like and that takes thought, and that takes effort. You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, like that was a conscious effort for us, man. You know what I'm saying? We were like, and one thing I remember Twin them telling me, man, her mama came, Miss Casey, their mama came in the room one day, and they were letting her hear a record or whatnot, and she had to put her hand over her ear. She was like, if you gotta say it like that, maybe you should figure out another way to say it. You know what I mean? Like, and again, like that, like that goes a long way, bro. That goes a long way with women. You know what I mean? Like every woman don't want to be. Let me pull that hair. Let me. Women want. A lot of women want to be caressed, and you feel what I'm saying. So like that's what we try to do with our music, man. We try to, we try to find a way in romantically. You know what I mean? Like not necessarily just aggressive and like, oh yeah, I'm finna put it back. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know.
Yeah.
Hey,
right.
I
mean, we got songs like we can do that too, but you know what I'm saying? Like the bulk of our catalog.
That's not what we're about, though.
That's not what we're about.
Correct. Right? Yeah. And that's what I like about you. And you know what, Wingo, you said something that, you know what, and Cal, elaborate on this. It takes really thought for you guys to have new ways to express
love.
Like you got to keep coming up with, because sometimes you think like, well, everything that been said that can be said, and it's like, nah.
You know what though?
Just I say a little different. That's all.
I mean, our thing was we came into this game with that mission. We already knew. I mean, the name of the group is called Jagged Edge.
Right.
We already knew that we looked a little rugged, but we're gonna have some smooth sound. So we already knew there was a formula with us. Cause we looked at it, like, here they go. They're about to get ready and rap about the bump and grind.
Right.
But we flipped it. Where they look like the homeboys, but yet they speaking from a whole nother vernacular to where, wow, like you said, you judging the book by its cover. So the four of us went in with a conscious mind of we wanted to do R&B music. We didn't want to do no thugging beat. We didn't want to come out here and be something that we wasn't. We didn't want to come. We wasn't soft either now. Right. So we wasn't gonna come in there with some soft lyrics. So we wanted to do something that was going to identify the today's man. Boys to Men and groups like that, we've kind of felt like they did that formula of suits and crooning and all that Jagged Edge. You know, we kind of fell into the BBD type of hip hop and R&B, something that was a little bit more our era, but yet still we'll still throw a good clean ballad your way. That's what we grew up around.
Absolutely.
We grew up around balladeers and rap wasn't even played like that because it was kind of frowned upon.
Correct.
If you hustled or anything like that. Or little cousin Tony. But cousin Tony, he wouldn't even come in the midst. He'd be on the outskirts, outside. He wouldn't even come in the house. You know what I'm saying? Well, people were dancing and getting their groove on. You don't do that no more. Like, house parties, We couldn't wait for a house party back in the day because you just wanted to scoot up on the girl.
Yeah. Slow it down.
Put in the corner somewhere.
Hey. Remember you had to go tell the DJ, like, hey man, you done played 3 fast songs already.
You don't play 3 fast.
You need to slow that. And you always ask for Luther, because Luther was gonna sing for about 10 minutes.
They got 30 minutes left, bro. We got 30 minutes left. Come on, Luther. Come on.
But again, Luther is singing about love. He caressing it, he finessing it. He ain't aggressive with it. You know what I mean? And that's just what it's about, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, with us. You know what I mean? Like, we got songs like For the Rest of Our Lives. Funny how. I mean, you know what I'm saying? We got like, and that's what it's about. It's just about just love, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, God is love, man. So
my favorite,
like, why would I want to sing about it?
My favorite cut by y'all, all honestly, my favorite cut by y'all is Hope.
Oh yeah, that Hope of Beast. That Hope of Beast.
That whole that I tell, if they just listen to the lyrics, and that's what if you could take R&B and do how they do with rap, how they always talking about the bars, who's lyrically. Jagged Edge is lyrical. Like when you listen to you guys, and I've liked the different things you guys have done, like being on Tom Joyner or whatever, and you guys have sang a cappella to let these people know, like, no, we can sing now. Don't get it.
It's for real.
Don't get it twisted. We just doing the music because y'all need it, but we can go
right.
So I appreciate that, man. What makes Jagged Edge successful?
I love for music, just like that. I love for music and I love for our fans. That's what makes Jagged Edge successful. You know what I mean? Like, God first, of course, but I'm just saying, like,
Yeah.
You know, the love for our craft. You know what I'm saying? We always want to be on top of what we do. Want to bring something new and inspirational. And that's what it's about. You know, we stay motivated. You know what I mean? And like that's it. Stay and hungry and hungry. We always like I said.
I mean, like Wingo said, you know, I mean, when you been doing this, what Jagged is got together, we was doing like 17, 18, you know.
Absolutely.
So you got to think, you know, this all we've been doing. So you really don't realize it until you hear that question. How does it feel to be in the game 25 years? Like, dang,
been that long?
We've been. Yeah. So you kind of realize how blessed you really are. And let me tell you something, Otis. They come from fans. Because we seen groups come and we seen them go. Yeah. And that is because of fans. Yep. Okay, it ain't because you look good, you took your shirt off, your cousin sold all the drugs, all of that. Let me tell you something. Fans don't lie. Either they like it
or they don't.
Period.
And get what? Let me tell you
a lot of people get mad at the labels and all that, but let me tell you something. You know, the labels ain't gonna steal some money, but the fans,
damn sure is.
Yeah, won't you? I mean, look at Snoop Dogg. I was looking at Snoop the other day. Like Snoop is still here out of Dr. Dre, out
everybody,
of Nas, out of all of them. Snoop is as strong as he is today as he was when he first started.
Absolutely.
You know why? Because we love him. My mama loves Snoop. My pastor loves Snoop. Wingo loves Snoop.
Absolutely.
My lady loves Snoop. My dog, everybody loves our Crip. X Gang Bang. We love X Gang Bang. Hey, the man turned around and put out one of the #1 gospel albums out. Rance Allen, come on.
Oh yeah, now you working with Rance now. You and the Clark sisters.
And the Clark sisters, come on now.
Yeah, absolutely.
Obviously, you know something about church.
Oh yeah, you know
you didn't have to go get Curtis because Curtis out there, so you better let me go get Curtis. You went and got Rance, brother. Okay, right before he passed.
Right.
Yeah,
so that means you know, like you said, because everybody, you know, as far as outside of the gospel circles that you and I know, a lot of them didn't know who Rance Allen was.
Absolutely.
They didn't have an idea.
Now we knew.
Yeah,
we knew.
Rance is a beast.
Rance is a beast. But
he's a beast.
That's again.
He was born to sing. Like some people, he was born to sing that gospel. And like I said, you know, judging the book by its cover. A lot of people, like a lot of Dionne Warwick, not to put her out there, she didn't even like Snoop. Snoop, boo, 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 boo. And she tried to ban his music. He said, man, I love Dionne Warwick. All she had to do was come and talk to me. I wasn't going to change my music.
It's the growth, though. It's the growth. That's what I'm saying. What I was saying, where Pac didn't get a chance. Like, we all have been young, and we all, as far as like in our 20s or even 30s, and where we've said things and done things and messed up. And when you get to, because I'm sure both of y'all, all of us have looked back like, man, I can't believe I did that. Like, because your thinking is different now. Your thinking is different now. And it's like, and so I always give young people space and grace, you know,
to grow,
man. And I don't know if y'all got a phone call, but if y'all ever get this phone call, just know it was me. So I've been trying to hook up something with Jagged Edge and Rock City. Man, I think that's something. I think that's something. I interviewed them and I said, I asked Tymon, I said, hey man, because they, you know, they live here as well.
Of course.
And I said, man, won't y'all get with Jagged Edge, man? And Tymon stopped and he started thinking. He said, you know what? He said, man, I never thought about that until you just said it. He said, man, they pen game is strong. And I said, man, y'all could probably come up with something that just would kill.
Absolutely.
Kill, man. So if y'all ever
But guess what? Oh, you already know what's going on. Like, everything happens this season.
Oh,
so you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? Like, period. You know what I mean? Like, you know, if it's been happening, it will happen. You know what I mean? Because they are some talented brothers, man. Real talk. You know what I'm saying? So
no, and I know, with what y'all do, I said, man, if they could, but see, I know you know, of course, we all know y'all are self-sufficient, and that's a beautiful thing that I like about y'all is that y'all self-sufficient. Y'all can work with other people, but it's y'all have never been like, man, we got to do this. So you know how some people you know what I'm talking about, Kyle. We got to get them on this joint.
Absolutely, because watch this. Oh, because you got to understand. Yeah, I mean, we ain't necessarily pressed. Now, it's artists out there who we would love to work with and all that. You know what I mean? If they, you know, if they're willing to work with us. But at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? Press, like, that's how we got signed. JD signed a self-contained group. That's what made him fall in love with us. That he could put us in the studio, whatever,
and walk out
and put a beat on and come back 15, 20 minutes later, and you got a damn full song.
And that's
you know what I mean. Backgrounds, everything. You know what I mean. Like again, like you know, he didn't have to micromanage the process with us. Right. You know what I mean. And JD's really really good with that. I'm not gonna even lie. Like he, you know, Bow Wows and all the crisscross and all them. You know what I'm saying. Like he's really really good with younger artists. With you know what I'm saying. But at the end of the day, he took a chance on us. You know what I mean. Like yo, you know, I ain't gotta no sit around and I put on something. I think 5, and we got a record.
And I was about to say y'all put in work. What sports teams do y'all enjoy, man? That people don't know. Well, I know you right.
I'm a Falcon fan. I just threw on the Detroit hat today, you know, but I'm definitely a diehard at ATL.
Yeah, no doubt.
I'm not really into sports. How Wingo, Brandon Bryan is like they be naming names. I be like, they play for the Braves, the Falcons, If they ain't McNabb, they ain't from the home team. I really don't. I'm not.
Hey, Kyle. I ran into Wingo. I was doing sports management at one point in time. Matter of fact, I stopped doing sports management to focus on this podcast. And man, this is when Mike Vick was here. I look up. I'm think I'm doing something. Right. So I had a couple of clients that were playing for the Falcons. I'm sitting there, who over a couple of seats from me is Wingo. So I said, man, what you doing at the game? Man, you know, TJ Duckett left me. I say TJ Duckett left me. I like, man,
my boy there with TJ. Yeah,
I like, boy, this boy here. Then I looked up one day. They was like. I said, I called the house, just like you said, Kyle, the sports fan that he is. I called the house. I said, Mom, what Richard? I can't find him. She said, AI in town. I was like, who? Because I know you ain't talking about the AI I know. You know what I'm saying, Kyle? There might be another AI. He's like,
that's him.
That's him.
I was like,
that's him. Bubba Chuck. That's my butt.
So the thing that I love about you guys is that everywhere I've went and everywhere I've heard you guys' name, far as knowing some similar people, always positive about you guys. It was always it was never, oh man, them boys think they think they all that now. I've never heard that. I've never heard that, man. And that's a testament of you guys knowing that all you can do is be yourselves. You know, you ain't got to put on airs for nobody. Just, you know, just be you. But I tell you what, the next time Arthur Blank try to get somebody like Deshaun Watson, he need to call Jagged. He need to call Jagged Ed. Say, look, hey, y'all need to talk to this dude about what it means to live in the ATL. See, I think that's what missing. I think that was missing, Kyle. They need Jay to tell them to say, yeah, you can go play for the Rams, but that house gonna cost you.
I don't know nothing about sports until the Falcons either win or the Hawks is in playoffs. So y'all losing. Y'all be like, yeah, Duckett and all Tuckett and all these. I don't know them guys. I know these. I know them. They play for the Falcons.
Well, how about that? How about this then? How about this then? How about them Georgia Bulldogs then? How about that?
Them dogs.
We talking about them dogs.
We talking about them dogs. Now, Philip.
We got that national championship.
Yes, sir. I had a long time waiting too, man, because I got a cousin from Alabama, and you know
he ain't gonna give you no break.
They don't give me no break. Alabama about where New Orleans, so it's always a something with the Falcons or Georgia. So we pulled it out as far as Georgia, and I'm happy about that.
How's family life changed you guys? I just got 2 more questions.
Oh no, we're good. No. Family life. I mean, it definitely slowed us down, and made us take a pause, and just because you got to understand, being on the road year round for the past literally 20 years. I mean, you miss a lot of good times with the family. We miss Christmases, we miss New Year's, a bunch of them, Thanksgivings, a bunch of them. You know what I mean? So the family life is really important. You know what I mean? Like it has helped us appreciate things more. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like it has helped us appreciate life and things more, and family. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like just being away and again, just having to work. You know what I mean? Again, it's a thin line right there. You know what I mean? Like you got to juggle. Your fans want you, your family wants you. Let's figure this out. Juggle it, baby. You know what I mean? Juggle it. Try to juggle it the best you can. You know what I mean? But yeah, man. But I wouldn't change anything for nothing though. Like I'm fine. Again, man, life is good, man. You know what I'm saying? My wife, everybody's happy, man. That's all I care about, man. You know what I mean? As long as my brothers and my family's happy, I'm good. We can rock and roll. We can rock and roll. Call me with the next show.
Vice versa, man. I mean, we was young, we started, none of us had, any wifeys at the time, right. So as you get older, why are you doing it? And who are you doing it for? At first, we just doing it to please the 3 of us. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And see who. If he bought a chain, I got to buy me one. I got to buy me. I'm here. So as you get older, you do look for something that's more concrete, and do you want to share that with somebody who understands what you're doing? Like Wingo said, when they call me, I'm out. I don't need to be. Where you finna go? Hey, look here. Look, I got to go to work. The fans is calling me. This is my job. So it's good that we have, women in our lives that understands that, because it's not easy. Because we're going to work. I'm telling you that right now. Brandon, Brian, Kyle, and Wingo.
Period.
You going to work, baby. You can argue all you want to. We going to work.
I say, now, Richard, didn't you have your daughter graduated?
Yes, from college. Yeah.
Now, Kyle, right there, when he said that, I said, that boy getting old.
My son graduated. My son graduated from college too. He graduated from Morgan State, and my daughter graduated from Georgia State.
What? Yeah. I know I do it. Do y'all ever sit back sometime? I'm not talking about the professional life. I'm just talking about home life. Do y'all ever sit back sometime and like, man, how I get here? Because I got 5 grandkids, and I'm sitting here like, what the? How I get here? How I get 5 grandkids?
How I get here? Yeah. Hey, man, you already know, man. That's that early. That's that early bird. That's that back in the day. Early bird. Yeah, man. No,
Richard, I'm the only one. I'm the only one in our clique. I'm the only one with grandkids.
For real?
Wow.
Lamar got, they got children, no kids. Lavo,
no grandkids.
No grandkids, I mean. Keith, no grandkids. Oh,
that's crazy.
We know it took Dre forever. It took Dre forever. It took Dre forever just to have one child now. So then y'all got kids, no grandkids. Yeah. I'm like, man, I say,
I got grandkids.
Oh, okay.
I got grandkids.
Okay. We
hey, you say interrupt. I'm not looking at Wingo like he'll get there.
Kyle, it's a Decatur thing, Kyle. It's a Decatur thing.
I guess so. Definitely in the water. The water and the Kool-Aid.
Don't drink the water on the east side. Y'all.
Don't drink the Kool-Aid, water, tea. That's it.
Okay, but it was. What new projects y'all got coming up?
Well, like I said, we definitely got our 11th album on the way. We just shot 2 videos. Actually, last weekend we shot 2 videos. One for a song called Heaven, and one for a song called, what is it called?
Man, I mean, like exceptional, son.
Yeah, inseparable.
Inseparable.
Okay.
Inseparable.
Inseparable. Hard me to say, I'm not from Decatur, so you got
right.
I said you correct me, so I'm throwing out there. Acceptable.
Yeah, no.
Oh yeah, acceptable. Okay, that's
it. Acceptable. It's inseparable.
Okay.
Yeah, inseparable will be a single off the album, and like I said, another song called Heaven, and both of them are stupid. And again, like I said, man, we just keeping it going. Oh, we not really, you know what I'm saying? Like, we ain't trying to be like nobody, none of that. We Jagged Edge, man. You know what I'm saying? Coming to a city near you. About to be on tour. We about to do this DJ Nice, DJ D Nice tour or whatnot, and then we putting together our own thing, man. And we rocking and rolling. We'll be two tours back to back.
All right, so I'm finna put the pressure on y'all, and it really ain't no pressure. It really ain't no pressure. So I'm gonna explain this, Kyle, because Wingo already knows. So I'm gonna explain this now. So I've never seen you guys live. Never seen you guys perform live. Now there's a reason for that, because you guys are my brothers, and when you guys was jumping off, I didn't want to be a person that was trying to get something from you guys. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Hook me up, this,
but you
that,
ain't never
other.
been that anyway.
Right.
Like, no,
But now.
Gonna be that guy.
I don't need the 2 tickets. I don't need the 2 tickets because I don't take nobody. I don't go nowhere but with the wife. I'm trying to do stuff with her.
Hey man, you know we got you. Don't even worry about it. Next time we rocking in the city, we got you. No worries.
Look, absolutely. Sunday, I'm going to see Cameo, Confunction, Lakeside, at the amphitheater.
I know the promoter.
Maple House.
I think I know the promoter that does that. It's the same promoter who used to do us. I think his name Jerome or something like that.
Jerome.
I think that's one of his packages.
Okay.
Yep. With Lakeside, with Lakeside and all that. Yeah.
So
let me tell you something, man. We've done shows with we've done shows with Lenny Williams, bro. We did a show with James Brown before he passed, bro. Like God is man.
Well, you know what? Really good. I need to get y'all on an interview with Lenny Williams, because I interviewed Lenny Williams last year, and he told me, you know the song "Cause I Love You," right? Like one of the greatest love songs of all time, right?
The longest and the greatest.
I asked him, I said, man, were you going through something, man? What I mean, because you sung that thing like. Can't nobody even come behind you singing that song. And Kyle, you know why he was singing that song that hard? When he was singing that song, guess who walked in the studio? When he was Andre Crouch.
Oh wow.
He was trying to impress Andre Crouch.
Wow.
That's why he went hard like that.
He impressed it.
Yeah.
So let me tell you something. That's one of the longest songs.
Yeah.
And let me tell you something though, bro. But it's a classic.
It's a classic, man.
It's etched in stone, bro. It's stamped. It's stamped.
My boy said he knocked on the door and then his knocks went unanswered. I was like, hey.
That's crazy, though.
Hey, you just showing that.
He went old school with it. He said, I watched television, the television went off. Television don't go off no more. Yeah. See, we know what it means that television go off. Television don't go off no more.
Yeah.
But man, I appreciate you guys coming on the show, man, and blessing me with your presence, man.
No, man.
I love you guys, man, all the time.
Man.
Keep doing what you're doing, man. Keep doing what you're doing, man.
Dope interview, man. Hey, man, let's keep this thing going, man.
Absolutely.
And it's called Interruptions, right?
Interruptions.
Let's go, baby. Interruptions. Make
Go.
sure y'all, hey, Jagged Edge in the building. Hey, it's your boy Wingo, my little brother Kyle down there.
Yeah.
I know what's going on.
Peace.
Love y'all.